Huber in the morning on 100.7 The Bay.
So let's go ahead and do it. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Okay.
It's Huber in the mornings on this day on 100.7 The Bay.
That's right. It is time for the radio sensation Sweep in the Nation. We're going to take a deep dive into January 24th throughout the annals of history. Listen to clips, reminisce about days gone by, cartwheel down memory lane, all in a little segment we like to call... You can play along, 410-584-1007. Let us know what year you think the following occurred, because I like the crowdsourcing.
Yep.
It's helpful. It's all brought to you by our friends at Bayline X. They're located on Dover Road in Glen Burnie. That's Dover Road in Glen Burnie. Go to BaylineX.com. Bayline X, where the professionals go. Call Bobby and say, what up, Bobby? I hear you on 100.7 The Bay, and now I want you to line my bed, Bobby. All right, here we go. How are you today?
I'm great.
As I approached hour 12 yesterday of my workday, I thought, I can't wait for tomorrow. Here we go. Oh, I love this so much. You know I'm a Cure junkie.
Yep.
I one day, about 5 years ago, just committed to them being my favorite band, because as a giant music head, that's what everybody wants to know for some reason.
Right.
What my favorite band is. And I put a lot of thought and effort into it. I combined many factors, like how long I've liked them, how long the band's been relevant, do I still listen to them? I mean, there are bands that I loved and would tell you I still love that I haven't listened to in years. You know what I mean? But every once in a while, I still come back to The Cure. They're still touring, at least as of last year. And there's rumors of a new record. I mean, and I've actually liked their later material. Most of the time, once the artists that I like get fat, old, and rich, I don't care what they have to say anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Billy Joel's getting ready to release another single. Like, I care
Who
at
could
all.
possibly care? The struggling piano man playing in the bar, trying to make ends meet. I'm with that struggle.
Right.
The guy who could buy my house out from under me, even if it wasn't for sale. I don't care what he has to say.
He was married to Christy Brinkley for a while, right?
All the horrors he must have faced every day. The thing about The Cure, I think he's been so hidden and weird forever, and he's still hidden and weird, that I still look at him as the same, Gilling guy. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I hang in there on The Cure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get The Cure, and then watching highlights from this, I get them even less, because this is so weird, and he's not really singing. He's
He does kind of sing with his whole body, doesn't he? There's a lot of this.
I like the energy. We just need more projection.
That's why I'm getting fat. I'm trying to look like Robert Smith. That's why I'm growing my hair out now, too. Just going to start a Cure cover band and not really sing. Just go, why can't I be you?
I mean, you walk down Hamden like that, nobody's going to bat an eye.
I'm probably signing autographs. Taking pictures with people. Oh, let's go to Fraser's.
I like your shade of lipstick, sir.
Is it Friday? I'm in love. Oh, let's go to the taco joint.
He said the thing. He said the
Holy
thing.
for Holies, that's what it's called. Anywho, I have a confession to make. As big of a Cure fan as I am, I'm sure I've seen this, but it doesn't really stick. I love the big, grandiose sound of The Cure.
Right.
I'm not really in. Now, their early stuff was a little more like punky and ding, 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 ding kind of sounding.
Yeah.
Which I dig. But yeah, no, I don't need stripped down Cure. I want the smoke machine. I want it to be dark. I want the keyboards to, feel them in my chest. Like, ding, 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 ding. It's just not getting it done for me. Although, you do have here I'll read the little blurb. The Cure filmed their MTV Unplugged special at Limehouse TV Studios in London. The acoustic set includes an alternate version of their new song, A Letter to Elise, which is one of my favorites by them. It's a great tune. Audience members are also given kazoos to replace the synthesizer riffs on the walk, which is creative and cool, I think.
Yeah, thank you for waiting for 4 minutes to the bit to read the blurb. I appreciate it.
I'd wait to see what happens next time.
Part 2!
I'm just going to bring up another random fact that you don't even have on. Show you who's boss.
Do you know bees and dogs can smell fear on this day? On this day.
All right, so there is a context clue in here. If their new song was Letter to Elise, then that's got to be 90 or 91.
I don't know how you do this every day. I really don't.
But I'm not sure now if it's 90 or 91. I think it's 91. Because I think that record... No help. 410-584-100%. Because I'm the only human being that likes The Cure. I've been told that my whole life. Nobody likes The Cure. And then I'll go to their shows and they're sold out in arenas and they, put out a new record and it goes to the top of the charts. But I'm the only person that likes it. It's fine. Cure and Nickelback. Nobody likes those two bands.
Right. They sell no albums whatsoever.
But somehow these bands have become millionaires on the backs of me. I've spent every penny I've ever earned on The Cure records.
On multiple copies of The Long Road from Nickelback.
I am a rock star. I don't know. Is it 90 or 91? I don't know. I'm going to say 91.
It is 1991.
Yay!
That is correct. That is correct. That is correct.
But I'm wondering if it's a fact.
That's the fact.
Oh, it is. That's good news. I'm glad to hear it. All right, nice. I could talk about Robert Smith all day. I've met a bunch of rock stars in my career. Everybody from Rush and Aerosmith, like Roger Waters from Pink Floyd, like some big names.
Right.
Even Snoop. It's one of my favorites.
High up there.
But I never got Robert in front of a camera with me.
Yet.
Good. I like your outlook there. All right, we're going to come on back with part 2 of the radio sensation Sweep in the Nation. We're going to talk about Aerosmith Living on the Edge right after this.
It's Huber in the Mornings on this day.
Part 2.
100.7 The Bay.
That's right. It is time for part 2 of the radio sensation Sweep in the Nation. Before we discuss The Cure and their Unplugged MTV special. And by the way, Joe from Cockeysville and Chris from the Eastern Shore did chime in. And I appreciate that, even though I was able to get that one, which felt pretty good. Every once in a while, I like getting them by myself.
Yep.
Probably going to need some help with this one, though. Aerosmith's Steven Tyler gets in a nasty motorcycle accident with his 17-year-old babysitter riding on the back. Man, that'll give you the Scooby-Doo. He spends the remainder of the year recovering, which delays the band's next album, Rock in a Hard Place. Did you dive any deeper into this story?
A lot of it's been scrubbed other than the headline of this story.
Uh-huh.
But no, I mean, that's the first thing you think of is who in their right mind would trust Steven Tyler with their 17-year-old daughter, let alone letting them drive her home on his motorcycle?
I mean, I'm hoping that person okay. It also doesn't say...
That would be a terrible part of the story.
Right.
Steven lived, she didn't.
We don't know.
Right.
And we're assuming it's a she. It doesn't say that in the story. We're just making assumptions there. Could have been some pimply-faced dude with his voice cracking, just trying to figure out the world.
Yeah, that rash of 17-year-old male babysitters that hit the late 80s, early 90s.
Good evening, Mr. Tyler.
I'm here to watch Steven Jr. Is it okay if you can't watch Star Trek?
Do you have a PlayStation? I wonder how old Tyler was during this, too. I mean, I guess we could do the math based on the year this happened, but
yeah,
I don't also know when he was born. But I'm assuming he didn't look like a grandmother at this point.
Either way, you shouldn't have a 17-year-old babysitter, either male or female, on the back of your motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, and there's no talk here of their safety gear. You know what I mean? Was that helmet deal?